Hi students, I welcome you all for today's online class. In today's class, we are going to learn the new topic, chapter 8, differentials and partial derivatives. In this, the first topic, first subheading is linear approximation, but this is not in our portion, this is deleted from our portion. On the continuation of linear approximation, we have errors. In that we have absolute error, relative error and percentage error. We are going to learn about these errors in this class. So we neglect this linear approximation and go for this errors. So absolute error. What is the formula for absolute error is actual value minus approximate value. This is the absolute error. Then comes the relative error. The formula for the relative error is actual value minus approximate value by actual value. That means it can also be written as actual value minus approximate value is absolute error. So absolute error by actual value. You can write like this also. Then comes the percentage error. Percentage error is obtained by the relative error into 100 percentage. So this is the percentage error. So these are the three formulae. Using these three, we are going to do the exercise 8.1. In this, the first three sums comes under the linear approximation. So we are going to delete these three sums. We are going to do the remaining sums from 4 to 7. So you neglect these three sums. Now we are going to see the 4th to 7th sum. Okay, in the exercise 8.1, the 4th sum is the radius of circular plate is measured as 12.65 centimeter instead of actual length 12.5 centimeter. Find the following in calculating the area of circular plate. In the question, include the word change in area. Calculating the change in area of the circular plate. Then the first one is you have to find the absolute error. Second one the relative error. The third one is the percentage error. In this the given values are R0, that is the actual length, that is 12.5 centimeter, and R is measured length 12.65 centimeter. First we are going to find the absolute error. Before that you have to find the actual value and the approximate value. So the actual value equal to A of R minus A of R0. That is A means area. The area of the circle is pi R square. So you use the A of R here as pi R square minus pi R0 square. In these two, pi is common. I am going to substitute this R as 12.65 square minus 12.5 square. This is in the form of a square plus b square. You can write like this: 12.65 plus 12.5 into 12.65 minus 12.5. If you add this, you will get 25.15 into 0.15. On multiplication, you will get 3.7725 pi centimeter square. Next, we are going to find the approximate value. The approximate value is obtained by A dash of R0 into R minus R0. So approximate value is A dash of R0. A dash of R0 means you have to differentiate this A with respect to R. You will get pi into 2R into pi into 2R. So substitute here as pi into 2R. R means here R0. Then R minus R0. That is a dr. R minus R0 is a dr. So substitute the value of R0 as 2 into 12.5 into 12.65 minus 12.5. So you will get 12.5 into 0.15 into pi, which is equal to 3.75 pi centimeter square. So this is the approximate value. Using these two values, you can find the absolute error. The absolute error formula is actual value minus approximate value gives the absolute error, that is 3.7725 pi minus 3.75 pi 3.7725 minus 3.75 gives 0.0225. 5, here 2 comes as it is, 7 minus 5, 2 pi centimeter square. So this is absolute error. Then the relative error, the formula for relative error is absolute error by actual value. Here the absolute error is 0.0225 pi centimeter square divided by the actual value. We already find out the actual value, that is 3.7725 pi centimeter square. Here pi gets cancelled. On simplification of these two, if you divide these two, you will get the answer as approximately 0.00596. So approximately you can take this as 0.006. So this is the relative error. Relative error has no unit because centimeter square gets cancelled. Then comes the percentage error. The percentage error is the relative error into 100. That means 0.006 into 100 percentage. On multiplication of 100, you will get 0.6 percentage. So this is the percentage error. So absolute error, relative error and percentage error for change in area. Next, in the fifth sum, a sphere is made of ice having radius 10 cm. Its radius decreases from 10 cm to 9.8 cm. Find the approximations for the following. First one is change in volume. The second one is change in the surface area. So the given values of sphere is radius, that is 10 cm, and one more radius is 9.8 cm. So the first radius is taken as R0, then second one is R. So this is the actual value. So this is the decreasing value, that is measured value. So we have to find the change in volume. Change in volume. So the volume of sphere formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. If you differentiate this with respect to r, you will get 4 by 3 pi r cube. If you differentiate this r cube, you will get 3r square. So the change in volume is, formula is V dash of R0 into R minus R0. So if you substitute this here, V dash of R0 is 4 by 3 pi 3R0 square into R minus R0, that is
9.8 minus 10.
So 4 by 3 pi, you can cancel this 3. So pi, which is R0 here, 10 square into 0 minus 0.2. So 10 square is 100 into 4, 400 into 2, 800, which gives minus 80 pi. So minus 80 pi centimeter cube. So the change in volume is decreasing since it is minus. So the change in volume is decrease by 80 pi centimeter cube. Since it is minus, you have to use the word decrease. So this is the change in volume. Next, we are going to find the change in surface area. For that, the formula is S dash of R0 into R minus R0. Here the surface area formula is 4 pi r square in the sphere. So if you differentiate this with respect to r, you will get s dash of r is equal to 4 pi into 2r. So you substitute this value here straight away. 4 pi into 2r, r means here r naught into r minus r naught. So 4 2s are 8, 8 pi. What is r naught here? 10 into 9.8 minus 10, which gives 80 pi into minus 0.2. 8 2s are 16. So you will get 16 pi minus 16 pi. So the decimal 0 poidum. So minus 16 pi centimeter square. Since it is the area, minus 16 pi centimeter square. So the change in surface area is decreased by 16 pi centimeter square. Next in the sixth sum, the time t taken for a complete oscillation of a single pendulum, simple pendulum with length L is given by the equation t is equal to 2 pi root of L by g, where g is a constant. Find the approximate percentage error. So in this, the question t is given as 2 pi into root of L by g. Here g is a constant. So we have to find the percentage error. So for the percentage error, first you have to find the relative error. Into 100 gives the percentage error. So first I am going to differentiate this. I will get dt by dl with respect to L. Differentiate this with respect to L. We get dt by dl equal to 2 pi. Here I am bringing the root g in the denominator. Root L. If you differentiate the root L, you will get 1 by 2 root L. If you differentiate the root x, you will get 1 by 2 root x. Like that, if you differentiate the root L, you will get 1 by 2 root L. So dt is equal to 2 gets cancelled here, pi by root of g into root of L into dl. So for the relative error, the formula is relative error is equal to dt by t. Here this is the dt, pi by root g into root L into dl divided by t. T is the question, which is 2 pi into root L by root g. Here pi gets cancelled, root g gets cancelled. This root L into root L, இந்த root L denominator இங்க வந்துரும், root L into root L L ன்னு வந்துரும். So dt by t equal to dl by 2 into L. Here in your question, the error of 2% in the value of L. So that is dl. dl is given as dl is equal to 2% of L, that is 2 by 100 of L. Substitute this value here. dt by t is equal to 2 by 100 into L by 2L. So 2L gets cancelled. We will get 1 by 100. So this is the relative error. So for that, the percentage error, you have to find the percentage error, which is dt by t into 100, which gives 1 by 100 into 100 equal to 1%. 100 gets cancelled, you will get 1%. So this is the percentage error. The percentage error formula is dt by t into 100 when the question is like this. Next is seventh sum. Show that the percentage error in the nth root of a number is approximately 1 by n times the percentage error in the number. Nth root of a number. Let us assume that number as x. Let the number be x. Then how will you write the nth root of a number? Nth root of x. Let y is equal to nth root of x. How will you write this? X power 1 by n. If y is equal to x power 1 by n, now we have to differentiate. We have to find the percentage error in this function. So I am going to differentiate this with respect to x. You will get dy by dx equal to 1 by n into x power n minus 1, that is 1 by n minus 1. So dy is equal to 1 by n into, if you split this as two different terms, x into x power 1 by n into x power minus 1 into dx. So dy by y. So that is a relative error. So the relative error is equal to dy by y. If you use the value here, x power 1 by n, x power minus 1 into dx by, what is y here? X power 1 by n. So those two terms gets cancelled. So you will get dy by y equal to 1 by n into x power minus 1 can be written as 1 by x, that is dx by x. So dy by y equal to 1 by n times dx by x. So the percentage error, that is dy by y into 100. So this is the percentage error. Percentage error of that number is 1 by n times dx by x into 100. So 1 by n times the percentage. So this is the percentage error of the number. So percentage error in the number. Next, in the exercise 8.2, we are going to find the differential. In the first sum, we have find differential dy for the given function. The first subdivision is y equal to 1 minus 2x whole cube by 3 minus 4x. So this is the ordinary differentiation only. You just differentiate this function and find the dy. If you differentiate this y with respect to x, you will get dy by dx. If you differentiate this in the form of u by v, further the formula is vu dash minus uv dash by v square. So first I am going to write the v square here, 3 minus 4x whole square. Keep the 3 minus 4x, that is v as it is, and I am going to differentiate the u. U is the numerator. This is in the form of x cube. X cube means you can write this as 3x square. Here x is 1 minus 2x into differentiation of 1 minus 2x gives minus 2 minus u into v dash. U is 1 minus 2x whole cube into v dash. I am going to differentiate the denominator. I will get minus 4. Now I am going to simplify this. In these two terms, 1 minus 2x whole square is the common term. The remaining term in this first one is 3 into minus 2, that is minus 6 times 3 minus 4x, minus into minus plus here 4 into 1 minus 2x whole divided by 3 minus 4x whole square. So 1 minus 2x whole square into, if you multiply this, you will get minus 18 plus 24x plus 4 minus 8x into 3 minus 4x whole square. 24x minus 8x gives 16x. Minus 18 plus 4 gives minus 14 into 1 minus 2x whole square whole divided by 3 minus 2x whole square, 3 minus 4x whole square. In these two terms you can take the 2 as common. So the remaining term is 2 into 1 minus 2x into 8x minus 7 whole divided by 3 minus 4x whole square. So this is dy by dx, but they ask you to find the dy. So you cross multiply, you take this dx to the right side. This is the differential dy. Then the second subdivision is y is equal to 3 plus sin 2x into whole power 2 by 3. Here also I am going to differentiate this with respect to x. So you will get dy by dx equal to, treat this whole thing as x power 2 by 3, that is x power n means n into x power n minus 1. So here the x is 3 plus sin 2x into differentiation of this 3 plus sin 2x gives 3. If you differentiate the 3 you will get 0. sin 2x differentiate panina plus cos 2x into differentiation of 2x gives 1 2. So if you simplify this, you will get 2 by 3 times 3 plus sin 2x whole power minus 1 by 3. 2 minus 3 minus 1 by 3 into 2 cos 2x. Since the power has negative, you bring this to the denominator. So the numerator is 2 into 2, 4. 4 by 3 times 3 plus sin 2x whole power 1 by 3 into cos 2x. So this is dy by dx. If you take this dx to the right side, it becomes the differential. So this is called the differential equation dy. Then the third subdivision is y is equal to e power x square minus 5x plus 7 into cos of x square minus 1. So this is also, we have to find the dy in this sum also. I am going to differentiate this with respect to x. Here we have two functions u and v. So we have to use the product rule. Keep the u as it is and differentiate this cos. Cos is cos x square minus 1. You treat this as x, cos x. If you differentiate the cos x, you will get minus sin x square minus 1 into differentiation of x square minus 1 gives 2x plus, keep the v as it is, cos of x square minus 1. If you differentiate the e power term, you will get e power x square minus 5x plus 7 into differentiation of this power x square minus 5x plus 7 gives 2x minus 5. So this is the chain rule. So e power x differentiate பண்ணிட்டு again அந்த பவர்ல உள்ள x differentiate பண்ணணும். Now in these two terms, you can see e power x square minus 5x plus 7 as a common. So what is the remaining here? Here the remaining term is minus 2x into sin x square minus 1 plus 2x minus 5 into x square minus 1. So this is the answer. Now we have to find the dy. So if you cross multiply this dx to the right side, since the second term is positive, write that as first. இது first எழுதிக்கங்க, cos of x square minus 1 minus 2x into sin x square minus 1 into dx. So keep this in the whole bracket. So this is dy. This is the third sum. Second sum, find df for f of x is equal to x square plus 3x and evaluate for x is equal to 2 and dx is equal to 0.1. So like the same sum in the first type, you have to going to do the second sum. First sum போட்ட மாதிரி தான் இங்க second sum போட போறோம். இதுல இருந்து function f of x கொடுத்திருக்காங்க, x square plus 3x. I am going to differentiate this. You will get df by dx. If you differentiate the x square, you will get 2x. If you differentiate the 3x, you will get 3. So df is equal to 2x plus 3 into dx. If you take this to the right side, it becomes into dx. So this is the differential. Now I am going to substitute the value of x as 2 and dx as 0.1 in this equation. So now df is equal to 2 into 2 plus 3 into dx is 0.1. 2 into 2 4, 4 plus 3 7. 7 into 0.1 gives 0.7. This is the first subdivision. For the second subdivision, again I am going to find the df. Again I am going to substitute the value of x as 3 in this equation and dx as 0.02. So x as 3 here, 2 into 3 plus 3 into dx is 0.02. 2 into 3 plus 3 into 0.02. If you simplify this, you will get 9 times 0.02. So you will get 0.18 as the answer. So this is the df for the second subdivision. Next in the third sum, you have to find the delta f and the df. Here the function f of x is given as x cube minus 2x square. This is the first subdivision. With x is equal to 2 and dx or delta x is equal to 0.5. So first I am going to find the df. So for that I am going to differentiate this function with respect to x. You will get df by dx equal to 3x square minus 4x then the df is equal to 3x square minus 4x into dx. Now substitute the value of x as 2 and dx as 0.5 in this equation. You will get 3 into 2 square minus 4 into 2 into 0.5. First you simplify this inside the bracket. 2 square is 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 minus 8 into 0.5, 12 minus 8 gives 4, 4 into 0.5, 4 into 0.5 gives 20, which is 2.0. So this is the df. Next we are going to find the delta f. For that the formula is f of x plus del x minus f of x. So f of x plus del x, f of x is 2, 2 plus 0.5 minus f of 2, that is f of 2.5 minus f of 2. So what is f of 2? You have to first substitute the value of x as 2.5 in this function, that is 2.5 cube minus 2 into 2.5 square minus, now we have to substitute 2 as in this equation. So 2 cube minus 2 into 2 square. So 2.5 cube gives 15.625 minus 2.5 square. 2.5 square is 6.25. 6.25 into 2 minus 2 cube is 8. Here also 8. So 8 minus 8 gives 0. Here 15.625 minus, if you multiply these two you will get 12.5. On subtraction you will get 3.125. So this is the delta f. So this is the df. So compare this. They ask you to compare the df and the delta f. Here delta f is greater than df. Like that you do the second sum as homework with the given function f of x is equal to x square plus 2x plus 3. So இதே மாதிரி second sum work out பண்ணுங்க, homework போட்டுருங்க. With this sum we will wind up the today's morning session. We will continue the remaining sums of 8.2 exercise in the afternoon session. Thank you and enjoy the day, students.